Okay, it's the traffic's annoying, wrecks the ambience. Anyway, it was 7 o'clock when I came out and commented and talked about the mist, but it's still a beautiful, crisp morning. I'm wearing thongs. It's winter, but we've got a fire, and I'll show you some of my horses. And what I'll do is I'll take a video and upload it when the mist is really high. I've got too many horses. I've got 7. But 4 of them are brumbies, and they're just the most easy horses to look after. They're such good doers and good feed. And see, well, that's beautiful, isn't it? We've got enough pasture at this. So this is June, as you know, end of June. We are hitting some temperatures over 20 degrees, and so I think the grass is still growing. As you can see, we need to mow it here. I hate mowing, but it's in our contract that we mow it. I prefer to let the horses graze it, but so we're not having to buy hay. We use supplements and like a balancer pellet and some other feed, but yeah, so that girl there, she's my thoroughbred. I just picked her up. I was giving her, she was so starved, I just took her. I wasn't even looking for a horse, and she's a really good horse. And then she's had a terrible leg injury a few years back. It was totally degloved and spiked all the way down to the bone, so she's retired. She gets lame if she runs around too much, but this paddock is very flat. She can get into this paddock here because they need the shelter, but it's she's pretty good. She'll hang around here mostly. And over here, the horse there on the right, the chestnut gelding, he's a brumby boy, and he's rising 4. And it's really good that he's in here with the girls, because Cleo, the thoroughbred I showed you, she's in her early 20s. And Tuppy there on the left, the big standardbred, she's rising 6. And they just keep him in his place because he's spent a bit of time with his young friends in a paddock. And I agree with Rick on this. The young horses, they need the older horses to teach them some horsey manners, because he tries very hard to be a big boy. And he loves showing off. He's a funny character, that horse. And but he, was getting too pushy, so it's been really good for him to be with these 2 mares, and they've known him since. My herd's very cohesive. They've been together. They all know each other pretty well, and occasionally I have mixed them, matched them up, but I've got them in a good system of paddocks. But that girl, see that Tuppy's moving him on? This is interesting, because Cleo's the lead mare in this paddock, followed by Tuppy, the big one, and Banjo's at the bottom. And I don't know why they're going up there. I mean, I've probably disturbed them, plus there's a bike up in the direction that they're going in. He's just beautiful, that horse. He's just he's such a cutie. But the little story of Tuppy there, the big mare, she's about 16 hands, a bit over. She was supposed to be under 15. I bought a sight unseen from a dogger, a horse meat dealer. This particular dogger, there was a big expose documentary done on them. They export horse meat for human consumption, and it's just despicable how the horses are treated and how they're transported. And they get transported like, I don't know off the top of my head, it's over 1,000 kilometres, which is what however many miles that is, 700, 600 something, and they get transported in heat and whatnot. They get put on a truck, and they get beaten and whipped, and she's got permanent whip marks on her back. And she happened to be pregnant. She was pregnant when I bought her. Her foal died. That was terrible. She was fed grass clippings. Here in this paddock, actually, right there. Trying to see, where's my finger there? So there, they were dropped there. And she died. She was dead. 40 hours later, we got her put down. The bowel perforated. And that horse was amazing. So we had her since she was born. She was just really precious horse. And anyway, when I got Tuppy, I told them, look, I've got a disability, I need a quiet horse. She was like classified by other people as dangerous. It was like incredible. You couldn't even touch her with a finger. She'd turn her butt to us. Look, they're all Curious Georges. See, they've come up to see what the noise is. That's Halo over there on the right. She's a brumby. She was caught as an older filly. She was in foal when she was captured. Wow. And over there's Ava on the right with the, they've both got stars. Penny's got the rug on. She's quite elderly, and we put a rug on her at night because we have so much trouble keeping weight on her. We don't want her shivering her weight off. And it gets taken off in the day unless it's raining. This is only in winter. And that's Ava, the little brumby next to her. The brumbies are amazing. They're so smart. I reckon the Mustangs are the same because they problem solve. And they don't like humans when they first meet humans, because their first encounter with humans is they get trapped. And then they get bullied onto trucks. Anyway, so these guys, what happened? Hi, I'm telling people in America and all over the world about you. You're my beautiful boy, aren't you? The girl's going to tell you, she's going to tell you to rack off. He's so cute. She's had a terrible skin condition, this girl. So this is the girl I bought from the dogger. And anyway, she, as I said, she was fierce. She did not like people. And I don't think she'd even been trained. I had an excellent farrier, and we thought that she hadn't even been trained to have her feet done. She just didn't seem to understand what we wanted. And now she's like a little lamb. She follows us around, and when she had her foal, I had to leave her to get hay. The people were looking after her. She didn't eat her food, and they said, I don't think she likes the, bute and the antibiotics being mixed with it. And I said, well, that's strange, because she was eating it when I was giving it to her. And it turned out she was only eating when I was with her. She wouldn't eat. So she went from being a horse that didn't like people, didn't trust them, and she's like an incredible, I love this horse. Like, she's the most loyal horse I've ever had. She's like a dog. She follows us around like a dog. I tell you, she's beautiful. And we're getting her ready to be ridden. But her skin got really bad after her foal died. And my old girl, Penny, who's got the rug on over there, she actually got really sick too. We thought we got the vet out because she just couldn't get weight on her. She just lost weight. I think they had a party down there. And last night they had music and whatnot. So they're probably trail riding now, and horses are wondering what's going on. So that's Cleo. This is the girl that was really starved when I got her. I'll put a link in. And she's got a bit of a sway back. She has, which she's been starved twice. I found out she was starved before that. And her leg, I'll put some links in to show the injury of her leg. And she's like such a good horse, that horse. She's a good girl. Look at her little lip drooping. She's relaxed. She's very... Nothing phases her. She's a very calm horse. So calm. It's crazy. And so that noise isn't bothering her. She'll check things out. Very stable. Very good influence on horses like this one that was very nervous. And you know. Yeah, I can see them down there. I don't really. Look at all the birds. And these unusual cattle that my neighbour's got. I forgot what they're called. Scottish Highlands something or others. And they're very furry and very... Hello. Hi. And Paddy, our 7th horse, he's a little brumby. He's a darling little thing. We had him since he was like smaller than our greyhound. And he's down where they're riding the bikes. Because we're only allowed to have 6 horses here. And he's just like, he's an incredibly easy horse. He's a pony. Oh, how are the girls treating you? Are they being good to you? Hey? Very noisy. I'm just trying to... I had it all zoomed up, didn't I? Hey? Hi. Hi? Hey? And he was funny. When I got him, he didn't like... His owners were scared of him. He was yelling when I got him. And his owners were scared of him. And they had the same halter on him that they bought him in, and they couldn't catch him. They used to run away from him. So when I got him, you did. Should I tell everybody what you did? He was, she's just a bit. Normally she would have told him to rack off, because she doesn't like him being around me. And but she's nervous because of the. So she's staying with Cleo. She's nervous because of the bikes. Anyway, so this boy's very good, aren't you? And he didn't know really. He didn't understand pats when I got him. And I remember, see what he's doing. That was the first time I was a few years ago now. A couple of years or whatever, and he just started playing with my hand, and that was how we developed our affectionate relationship. You're so cute. I've only got 2 boys, all the rest are girls. Hey? You'll be a herd leader one day. You'll be big and tough. He really shows off his strength. He's just a delight to watch. Him and his friend Paddy, who's down the other way. I'd prefer to have them together, but the neighbours were happy to have a horse to keep their other horse company. And they're all in these paddocks. They've all been in the neighbours' paddocks, and these paddocks all sort of next to each other for a while anyway. They can still see each other and talk. Okay, well, anyway. Gun people and everybody else. This is an Australian brumby called Banjo. Hey, you trying to sniff me? Hey. And as you get, you're licking my foot. It tickles. It tickles. And oh, I'm sliding down the bank in my thongs. And then so there's another 2 brumbies, and the other brumbies up the road. So here's what some of our brumbies look like. There is a bit of variety. Some of them get furrier and thicker furs, but they're sturdy, can carry quite a bit of weight, because they're solid. Great feet, good doers, very resourceful, highly intelligent, great problem solvers. Don't like people much. They're awesome. Okay, bye. And this is what I've just come back inside to. I've kept it going because my son's asleep in this room. He's come up for the weekend. He loves the fire, and we keep it going during the day. We don't normally keep it going during the day, but it's just heavenly.